April 1629, the mighty Dutch East India Company ship Batavia set sail from Amsterdam, destined for the spice-rich lands of Java. On board were over 300 souls, sailors, soldiers, merchants, and a few families, along with chests of silver, jewels, and dreams of fortune. But what began as a proud voyage of empire soon descended into madness, murder, and one of the darkest true stories ever to haunt the sea. Tensions brewed long before disaster struck. The ship's commander, Francisco Pelsart, ruled with arrogance and discipline. But beneath him was a man far more dangerous, Hieronymus Cornelis, a disgraced apothecary turned merchant, charming yet consumed by ambition. Secretly, Cornelis began to plot a mutiny, recruiting restless sailors with promises of gold and freedom. But before the mutiny could unfold, fate intervened. On June 4th, 1629, in the dead of night, the Batavia slammed into a coral reef off the coast of Western Australia. The ship tore apart within hours. Chaos erupted as men, women, and children fought for survival in the dark, stormy waters. Those who made it to shore thought they had been spared. They were wrong. When Commander Pelsart took a small crew to search for help, he left Cornelis in charge. On those isolated, barren islands, far from the laws of any nation, Cornelis became a tyrant. He and his followers seized control, hoarding food, weapons, and women, and began a reign of terror that defied comprehension. Men were executed for questioning him. Women were taken as property. Even children were murdered. The survivors lived in constant fear, trapped between starvation and slaughter. Months later, when Pelsart finally returned with rescue, he found not a group of stranded sailors, but a massacre. The sands were stained with blood, and the few survivors whispered of unspeakable cruelty. Cornelis and his men were captured, tried, and executed on the very islands where they had committed their crimes. The Batavia tragedy remains one of history's most horrifying tales of shipwreck and human savagery, proof that sometimes the greatest danger at sea isn't the storm, but the people who survive it.